Walking sticks. They're not just for old people. I've been using walking sticks for many years. When you're in uneven terrain, off trail, just walking through the woods, walking through the desert, whatever, having that third point of contact makes all the difference in the world, not just for your initial stability to keep you from tripping and falling down, but at the end of the day for how tired you are or aren't. Carrying a walking stick and using it as a third point of stability makes you a lot less tired at the end of the day. This one is made out of red willow, and it makes an excellent walking stick. Now, right now, you can use it today, but it'll stiffen up and be a lot nicer later. You can decorate them any way you want. I just did this. This helps it dry a little faster, but it also, I don't know, makes it look maybe a little better. This is red willow that I cut many years ago, and this is still my favorite walking stick. I use this all the time. It's not too long, a little longer than a cane. It's kind of like hip height, this one is. You can have them whatever length you like. I put a copper ferrule on the bottom. It's not necessary that you do that, but I just happen to do it. It's been there now for, I don't know, 20 years. Something like that, which just shows you how long these things last. This is Linda's. She likes it, that's why it's smaller diameter. Once again, it's red willow. And it's just a nice stick. Same thing, I put this copper ferrule, you just buy them at the hardware store and slip them on and kind of hammer them in place. Once again, not necessary. It's not splitting and it's not wearing too bad. It's fine. But yeah, they really help. I suppose regular willow would work. I'm sure regular willow would work. Just find one that's fairly straight for the length you need. And then I dry them out just somewhere out of the sun. Just let them dry for a month or something. Anyways, that's what I have to say about walking sticks. Well, this is certainly pretty back in here.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I want to look for? I want to look for wild strawberries. It's middle of June. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either, but they sure are good if you find them. Let's try.
Okay.
Well, wild strawberry looks like any other strawberry, the leaves. The strawberries themselves are tiny. A big one would be about the size of a nickel. But the flavor is huge. I mean, it's like what you think strawberries are supposed to taste like, but they never taste like that when you buy them from the store. I don't know if I'll find any, but I'm looking. Well, we're not seeing any sign of strawberries at all. Linda just mentioned our spring started out really, really dry. And so, I don't know, maybe there won't be any this year. I don't know. That's okay. It's just nice being out here. Well, we got to be kind of loud, scare away the bears.
Gotta be loud.
Yeah, you have a hard time being loud.
Hey, is that why Sasquatch makes those banging noises?
He must be afraid of bears too. He's always banging on trees, everybody says, yeah?
Yeah.
I
Especially the
suppose.
people out in the woods banging on trees.
To scare away the Sasquatches, huh?
I guess it would scare me away, so maybe it's to scare people.
Could be. So, no strawberries. I'm thinking we should go back to camp and make lunch. What do you think?
I think so.
Or-
Getting hungry here.
Yeah. Well, you could always shoot something, you know, like a squirrel.
Well, yeah, I tried tracking that squirrel, but I had your camera in one hand and my camera in the other hand, and the stick leaning on me, and he was like going. So, so I let him get away.
Well, I hear you got a really special lunch planned.
Well, I think it's a lunch that you planned.
It's going to be good. Let's go back and see what we can
Yeah.
do. All right.
Well, as far as trashed places go, it was pretty clean. It's sad that we can say that, you know. Why do people come up in a nice pristine area and then leave their trash behind?
Yeah. All told, it hasn't been too bad. You know,
Right.
there's really not trash laying around on the ground. It's a typical thing of beer cans in the fire pit and stuff
Yeah.
like that, you know. But then that chair back there is probably broken, so instead of taking it home and throwing it away, they left
They
it.
left it. Yeah.
And then I saw a mattress not too long ago. So.
Yeah. Hey, what size was it?
Yeah. Well, let's continue on back. Well, we should be getting some solar anyway right now.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, because we had shadow across the top of the trailer when we left. But...
Yeah, the heck with the trailer. I was talking about me. We're coming up to your swimming hole, Rick.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Linda. I'm going to push you in when we get up there. You'll be sorry.
Actually, it's my size.
What you got going here?
Well, I got some side pork, or pork belly, actually, that I'm cutting it and making it into side pork. Then I'm gonna put a dry rub on it. Then Rick's gonna grill them. And
The secret's in this dry rub, so you're going to have to tell them about it, Linda, and give them proportions too, so they know exactly how to make it.
exact proportions.
Yes, exactly.
Well, it was 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, and a tablespoon of onion powder, and a teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper, and
Any salt?
salt. Yeah.
How much?
I think it was like couple teaspoons, according to your taste, you know, because
Yeah.
a lot of people have salt restrictions. And the same with the brown sugar. I think that was it. I made a double and put it in the jar. But
Hey, what else are we having?
we are having rice, which is already in the little tiny rice cooker, cooking rice for a change. And then we'll have some asparagus and mushrooms.
Okay. That little rice cooker works out really well for us because it draws so little current. And the other thing is that Linda makes other things in it too. It only holds about 3 cups or something, doesn't it? 4?
This one is 3 cups cooked rice.
Okay.
And then I got a one size up from that makes 5 cups of cooked rice.
And what else you make in that rice cooker?
I've made bread and cake and cinnamon rolls, curry,
Yeah.
stews.
Linda says she can do that in this rice cooker because it's not a pressure.
Not a pressure cooker.
It's not a pressure cooker. So it's good for baking too. Very nice.
Ooh, smells good.
Well, I've got fire going, so I'm getting coals. As soon as the coals are ready, we'll get this side pork on. And Linda made this at home the other night, and she made it in the oven, and it was delicious. It really was. So that's why I asked her to do it again today, except we'll be doing it on top of the fire. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the coals to be ready here, and then I'm going to put them inside this little grill that we've got. The only problem with this grill is you got to lift the top to put the coals in. You can't put them in from the side. You know, otherwise it works all right.
I remember the missing ingredient in the dry rub is smoked paprika, and that adds a nice flavor.
About how much?
2 tablespoons.
Ooh, a lot. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a big difference.
Yeah.
Okay. Good thing you told them. Burning. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. Those coals are a little hot. I didn't think they were going to be hot enough.
Well, you know, they make burnt ends. That's what burnt ends are.
Oh. Hey, we ought to look for a different little grill like this, because this one, it folds up really flat. It doesn't take any space at all. But I can't add or adjust those coals, not without taking this grill off of here, and that's not going to happen while you're cooking. See, I can't get in from either end to adjust them, so not good.
Should I cook the asparagus now?
Yeah, now would be a good time. Yeah, that looks good. You first.
No, you first.
Yeah, it's delicious. Thank you, Linda.